Okay, so here we are in the breeding shed, and a few things have changed. This is Neon. I took Angel out. Their oldest baby is over 25 days old, and Neon's a horn dog. And even though Angel hadn't gone back into breeding condition yet, he was trying to breed her, so I just took her out. She's getting her air sac mite treatment. His babies are fat and sassy. He says, "My babies, my babies." So things are just fine there. I also took out Coco because I wanted to give her air sac mite treatment. She was back into breeding condition. But let's see how these two little guys are doing. Oh, their little craws are full. Daddy's doing a great job. This the bigger one's a little light, but we'll see. She was back in breeding condition, but she wasn't showing any signs yet. So I don't know. I might put her back in after she gets her first air sac mite treatment. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on them today. Like I said, little one is full up. But what often happens is the bigger chick feeds the little one and empties himself out, and if dad isn't keeping up, somebody goes hungry. So we'll see. Other changes. I saw little Miss Thing here. I came out yesterday afternoon and she was in the nest box. Hallelujah! So, they're a keeper. These two are taking their time. But the weather has only just now moved from dropping down into the 30s at night to, we popped right up to the 50s at night. Sunny and nice. So I have a feeling the weather might put a fire under her and get her going. Oh, well, look at this. That is Rocky, and I put him in here with, okay, so he was in here with Lacey, who was not ready to breed and did not go into breeding condition. However, Gidget was in breeding condition, and I believe he is too. So I put them in yesterday. Gidget's already moved into the box. There she is, speak of the devil. She is fat and sassy, and so is he. So I'm hoping for better luck this time. Now, last time I put these two together, she ended up trying to drive him away because he wasn't breeding her. If that happens again, I'm going to give up and give her Haverty, because she is ready to breed and has just had a whole series of males that weren't. And she's a high-value hen. I want her bred. So she gets Haverty if Rocky doesn't step up to the plate. Although he is actively interested in the box, I need to see some loving between these two. Let's see. See how she's approaching him? I don't know. They have a little history to sort through because she was attacking him last time they were together, and he's a little standoffish. But it's also kind of weird that his tail never grew back. I don't know. That doesn't look happy. She's trying to. She's marking her territory, trying to get his attention. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's just not going to do this. Well, Rocky, you get a couple of days. Better step up. Okay. This is Stratus down here. No, this is not Stratus. This is Scruffy down here, and that is Barrymore, who's Fluffy and Sprite's baby, the one with the splayed legs from last year. She's only 9 months old, but she's not breedable anyway because of the splayed leg. And I need to get some dilutes, which is what Scruffy is here, that are not related to Hyacinth. At this point, every dilute chick that I have is related to Hyacinth. She's been bred to 2 different dilute males, so I have 2 sets of babies by her that are half siblings of each other. And I need some non-Hyacinth babies to breed them out to. So I'm going to go ahead and breed her. Normally I'd wait till 10 months to make sure she's done growing and such, but she is fat and sassy and totally in breeding condition. And like I said, she's not breedable. She's not shellable anyway because of the splayed leg. So I said, what the heck? Let's just put them in here and get going on some some splits to breed to all of those other dilutes I have. What are these two doing? Just kind of chasing him around the cage, which is not unusual. Females that have found a box and are ready to breed very commonly chase the male around the cage for a while, waiting for him to step up to the plate. But I don't see... He's like trying to escape. He's afraid of her. This probably isn't going to work. Oh, Rocky, what's going on with you, huh? He acts like he's ready and ready to go when he's out in the big flight cage, competing with all the males and everything, but I just don't see him doing this. Hold on, mister. What's going on? He says, she's scary. She's going to bite me. Oh, he moved her a little bit right there. So part of this is who's moving whose feet. And he just moved in her direction and she moved away. So maybe he's not that scared of her. We'll give him I'll keep an eye on him. They may work this out yet. Oh, did you see him? That was territorial. She says my territory too. The problem is, do they think it's their territory together or are they competing with each other? I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye on these two. We may end up bringing Haverty in here. Or maybe, what's his name? I don't know. We'll see. I'm thrilled about these two. Like I said, she caught her in the box yesterday. I came in and she was actually sitting in there and she stayed in there for a good 2 or 3 minutes before she came out. So she is going in that box and I'm so happy. Here is Storm. Let's see, are these two getting it together? This is Scruffy and Barrymore. As in Drew Barrymore. She's one of the last name generation. And she just looks like Drew Barrymore to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's those eyes. Or the fluffiness. I saw her appearing in the box, but she's a newbie. Oh yeah, I see. See him approaching her? I guess she thinks she's okay. She thought she had hooked up with Haverty out in the big flight cage. So again, this is one of those where she's going to have to switch gears. Do we get any new babies over here with Storm and Azul? Let's see. Those last 2 eggs are taking their time. But those babies are looking really good. Even the smallest one is clearly growing. So I'm happy. So over here, this is Vistus and Luscious. Luscious had been sitting in this box for days, probably maybe even as long as a week, and no egg was happening. So yesterday, I opened up the box and reached in and pulled her out, and I think she's egg bound. Her tail was pumping hard. She has a big swelling underneath her tail. Clearly was not feeling good. Her crop was empty. She felt a little dehydrated. I was like, uh-oh. So I doped her up with the medical marijuana oil. It's the stuff that I use is based in coconut oil. So they actually seem to kind of like it. So I doped her up last night. She was very, very stoned. As you can see, her tail is not bouncing anymore. She's not sitting on perches right now, which means that she is still stoned. That's what they do when they're stoned. They walk around the bottom of the cage. But her tail has stopped pumping. Her crop is full, and the reason that the front of her is wet is because she took a bath in her water bowl right here. And that's a good sign. I also put electrolytes in the water as well as a dose of calcium. And just in general, she's still very, very stoned, but just in general, She's looking a lot better, but the most important thing is that tail stopped bouncing. And that was important because having constant contractions is what kills them when they're egg-bound. They need the contractions to stop so they can rest. When the medical marijuana oil wears off and she's not stoned anymore, here, have the munchies. There you go. See that? See her crop is sticking out because she's full. She'll get back up on the perch, and eventually those contractions will start up again. But her back end will have had a little chance to recover, and hopefully she'll have better luck getting that egg to pass. But for right now, she's not in any pain. She's relaxed. She's eating and drinking and taking baths, and she's stoned out of her mind, so that's fine. This does not necessarily mean that she's not going to be a breeder. It may just mean that her first egg didn't have it doesn't have a thick enough shell on it. But that's not always the end of the world. So we'll see how this plays out. One of these days, I am going to lose a hen that goes into, that gets egg bound. But it hasn't happened yet. The medical marijuana oil is quite miraculous. Did you see her just stumble? She is stoned. Just spinning around in her head. But she's comfortable. The contractions have stopped. The medical marijuana oil is an anti-inflammatory, so the inflammation in her rear end is going down, and she's just being allowed to rest. So, and she's got the munchies, so she'll eat where she hasn't been. So, we'll see how this progresses, and I'll keep you posted. This, I brought in Buster, what's her name? I forgot her name. Rainbow. Rainbow, my great big yellow-faced girl, was out in the big flight chasing around all of the biggest dominant males. Here she comes. Interfering with everybody's bonds and the whole thing. I thought, you know what? If she's feeling that good, let's put her in here. So Buster has been out in the big flight with her for a week to 10 days. He's ready and raring to go, and she has met him before, which goes a long way towards getting these bonds going. She's ready to breed. She just needs, last time she failed to breed because, Beryl turned out to be not fertile. I'm hoping Buster will be. I still am waiting for a double factor yellow face. The other piece of this puzzle is that although Buster is small, he has fabulous feather. Big square head, great big mask with big spots on it and everything else. It takes up half of his body. And this is something that Rainbow completely lacks. So I'm hoping to put his feather, his mask and markings on her great big body. And I've had good luck with this in the past. So, and he's definitely introducing himself to her. She wants to ignore him, but he's chasing her around the cage and having discussions with her. So, it's all good. Oh, look! Somebody's baby is getting ready to fledge already. You're going to have to get those other fledglings out of the box and out of the cage inside. Says, Dad, feed me! Okay, who else is in here? Oh, and so this is Razzle, who somebody was picking on him in the big flight cage, and bloodied his head. I think it was when I took his brother Bubba out. It made him vulnerable on the pecking order because Bubba is the muscle in that breeding coalition. He's a smaller bird. I mean, Razzle is a smaller bird. Lilith, on the other hand, has porked out, beefed up. She's at 76 grams, I think it was. Really heavy, ready to breed. She did lay fertile eggs with Razzle last time, but it was dead of winter. She incubated all through periods where it was 30 degrees every night, and the embryo that hatched didn't make it. I think it was hatched a week and a half late because she just couldn't keep it warm enough to make it work. So she's looking good. He's looking good. I wanted to put these two back together again before anybody interfered seriously with their bond, because these two are slated to be a power couple. So I'm hoping this time she'll lay more than 3 eggs. I know we have fertility here, and our nighttime temperatures are in the high 40s, low 50s. That should help a lot as far as incubating eggs more successfully. Okay, and up here we have Hardy and Racine, and as you can see, Hardy's in the box with her, keeping everybody cozy. And the Cloud is happily sitting on her clutch as well, so all is good. So, new couples. I have high hopes for Razzle and Lilith this time. I have high hopes for these two this time. We're keeping an eye on these two. Make sure they don't start fighting again. And I have high hopes for these two, because we need some dilute splits that are not related to Hyacinth. And that would be these guys right here. And both of these two, although neither one of them are huge birds, in fact, he's quite tiny, but they both have fabulous feather. He looks much bigger than he is because of all that feather he has. So, it's good. And I am starting to get really excited about these two. Oh, that would be lovely. A nice addition to my clear body lineup. Okay, that's it.